I'm Rich Green. I'm 62 years old and I've had Parkinson's since 2005. I really wasn't cognizant of the strong effects that Parkinson's has, since I had just a slight tremor. I really wasn't affected by it on a daily basis at that point. But as time progressed and my symptoms became more prominent, my medications were upped and it took care of some of those. But the idea that I wasn't able to do a lot of things that I could do before started to creep in, and mobility, cognizant thinking, just things that people take for granted every day, that really started to creep into my life. But between the time I was diagnosed and the time that I really felt that I was no longer able to function properly, it was about 4 years.
And then all of a sudden it just seemed to go downhill. Everything just changed. He just, personality-wise, just mentally, things that he would say or do, it just wasn't him. Didn't have the sense of humor that he always has. Not doing the things that, I knew he liked to do and just couldn't do all of a sudden. Didn't really have any interest to do it. I know when he was here at the house after leaving work, it would be, well, why don't you go out and go for a walk? And I don't want anybody to see me. Well, it was never him. He was always, not that he liked to exercise, but he would get out and do things. He wasn't. He was just staying in the house in front of the TV or the computer.
That's when she saw, I need to do something, and that's when she got on the internet and found out about Rocksteady Boxing.
And I read that and I thought, this sounds like something he would do, but he's never been one to exercise, so I wasn't sure if he would do it.
In order to, appease her, I said, okay, I'll go check it out.
And then he went, and it was like the best thing. He came back and he was like, I'm gonna do this. And I thought, okay, let's see if he'll really stick with it.
It's been a life-changing situation for me since I've been with Rocksteady. I joined them in February of this year.
And it was like a whole different person. It was like, got my husband back.
And I agree, because my whole attitude has changed 180 from what it was.
Just sense of humor again, confidence. Doesn't care if somebody sees him, if he, stutter steps or freezes up. It's like, okay, it's just the way it is. So big difference.
Before I was with Rocksteady, I was about a year. I just sit in front of the computer, I sit in front of the TV, I gained a lot of weight. I just felt sorry for myself. My self-esteem was going down. And I've always been a personality. I've always been out there in front of people. I've always been active. And this just wasn't me. And Rocksteady has brought that back to my life and my family's life. So I'm very appreciative of that. And I've lost 50 pounds, so.
I'm Marty Long. I've been fighting Parkinson's since 1995. Mother of 4 boys, 2 of whom are twins. My passion in life was teaching preschool. I'm an early childhood educator by training. One of the hardest things was having to give up my career, because it kind of defined who I was. I wanted to be a teacher since I was 4 years old and never changed my mind. So to have that taken away was very difficult. It left an intellectual void in my life. Also cut out a lot of people who I used to hang out with. The first doctor I saw, I was diagnosed at IU Med Center here in Indianapolis.
And I remember at the time he gave her a medication and he said, take this every day, come back in 3 months. We came back in 3 months and Marty was ecstatic. She said, oh gosh, my neck problems are gone. I feel great. I haven't felt this good in a long time. And he says, good, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I know exactly what's wrong with you, and the bad news is Parkinson's. And the rest of your life will be a nonstop chemistry experiment.
My anxiety and my confidence to go out and go places, particularly places I hadn't been before, or to meet new people, was a big deal. It made me very anxious. And my world got smaller and smaller and smaller until I just stayed home. We were meeting our neighbors. So he and John were talking, and John mentioned it to me. I thought, boxing? and Parkinson's, an odd combination.
I told Marty, I said, you have got to get involved in this. This is unbelievable. We immediately went into my office, got on the website, saw the Lester Holt NBC news piece, and Marty said, you think I could do that? I said, I know you can do that.
And the idea of the word fight stuck in my mind. And what I saw when I went the first time was just so amazing. I was hooked. Well, one thing I've noticed is that my walker is in the corner in the bedroom and hasn't been moved. I don't need it. And I don't know if it's a physical thing or if it's a confidence thing, but I don't use it anymore, ever. I just feel better about myself. I'm getting myself out of bed and into a program. Some mornings it's hard. I think, oh, I'll just skip. But I've never walked out of there one time without feeling like it was worth it and being glad that I made the effort.
I think Marty has a whole new sense of self-worth. So I could see her whole sense of pride in herself and self-worth increase, and that's probably most important. And then she has a cadre of new friends now and has a support group with the other Parkinson's patients. She loves these people. She loves the people that she works with, she loves the trainers, and she loves the other Parkinson's patients. Am I proud of Marty? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like it's useful just to go and support each other. What I'm doing today, I hope will be useful, because we sure need more rock-steady places. So many people can't take advantage of it because it doesn't exist. This is the only one. It's so unique. And I hope after today, we'll begin to grow and have opportunities for other people to have the wonderful experience that I've had with Rocksteady.